Welcome to The Assist, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Noah. To my right, we have Mr. J.
What's up? How y'all doing?
The Houston sports expert.
Yes, sir.
To his left, we have Coach G.
Yo.
The coaching, basketball, coaching, everything expert. And this is The Assist, the first edition. And we're in here, and we're going to jump right into these NBA rule changes because they're kind of big. There's some big stuff going on for 2021, 2022.
Yeah,
that season.
Big things seem to be popping with that. I noticed a couple of things that jump out to me. I don't know if they jump right out there to y'all, but this money given out in the middle of the season.
Yeah, the in-season tournament.
The in-season tournament where you can actually win dividends.
An extra $1 million. Plus your contract that you already have with the NBA, plus endorsements.
Coaches are allowed to get in on that.
I think it's really good just because it just brings more games to the sport. You know what I mean? Like you get to see more basketball being played. To a basketball fan, how can you be mad at that?
It's funny you say that it brings more games because they also talked about shortening the season from
82
to 78. That's going to knock off 4 legit games that we're used to seeing already.
Yeah, but at the same time, they going to give us a tournament. And a tournament is, to me, it's like you see the best of the best players come out and play their best to win.
And that tournament actually has a little weight to it because you're playing for the 7th and 8th playoff seed.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and you're also winning money. And you're also, your coach is winning money too. So that means the coach is going to be on your
I want to hear a little bit more information about the tournament, honestly. Like, everything else is kind of pretty self-explanatory. The final 4, they'll reseed. It'll be 1 through 4 in the playoffs. Your final 4 is what I mean.
Yeah.
So you're basically your Eastern Conference finalists and your Western Conference finalists will be. It won't be a Western Conference, Eastern Conference finals. It'll be 1 through 4, final 4. I'd like to see that, kind of how they do in college basketball and everything.
It would be interesting.
It really would be interesting because then you can get a Bucks versus Lakers or something. You know what I mean? If they do it that way, that's just what it's saying. So
absolutely,
we would need more information.
It kind of takes away the Eastern and the Western and just blends it all the way together.
Which I also think should be a big topic of concern because you got like New Orleans is in the West, the Pelicans are in the West. You know what I mean? The Grizzlies are in the West.
True.
You know, like there's some problems there.
Are you saying it in the sense
Memphis
that
should be in the East?
Are you
it's
saying
in Tennessee. You know what I mean? It's geographically, yes.
Okay. I see it hurting like the Eastern teams. Some of the Eastern teams that are not as strong. I mean, I feel like you have a group of Eastern teams that usually hang out in the top 4. Sees whether it's Toronto leading, Boston leading. You're going to have Toronto, Boston,
That's my thing.
Philly.
The people on these geographical concerns or whatever, on these worries on where they'll land in their conference, if the league would do any realignment, they're not major contenders.
Exactly.
That's my point.
Yeah, that's what you're getting to. Yeah, like a Memphis. Memphis will become one because Ja Morant's a star.
I was just going to say, it don't mean that it couldn't change later down the line.
And I think once that becomes a thing, like if Memphis, that's just an example, if Memphis becomes this top tier team, this 2 seed, 1 seed or something, in these coming years, I think that's going to bring a lot of light to that fact. Well, why are Memphis is over here, why are they in this conference? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
I wanted to jump into why I think they're doing this in-season tournament. Because of the whole China mishap. They lost a little bit of money there, and so they want to start funneling their money through them again. You know what I mean?
It's almost like you should have
kind of
already...
like good credit, I would say.
You should have already had a backup plan to your system. You should have already been trying to make money happen through your own... in your own backyard, per se. Mm-hmm. However... things that are not broken, you don't mess with. But now this is something that's broken, and we're fumbling around trying to piece things together and come up with plans that and some of the plans that have been projected and thrown out there are outlandish and outrageous. These are some of the ones that come in a form of that's not too terribly off the grid. You know what I mean? This is something that we can still work through. It's not perfect. It still has some rough edges, needs a lot of polishing, but that can actually turn into something good.
Yeah.
But I think we're a day late and a dollar short with that mentality.
Yeah.
And it took the mishap over in China to put the pressure on our neck to actually make us make a move in that direction. Like I said, it's something that I feel like we're a day late and a dollar short on doing. We should have been done something of this nature.
So I think mainly, like I said, I think they did that to funnel some money in through them again.
Well, they definitely need more money because China is their biggest.
They lost however much money plus whatever shoe
pool.
endorsements they lost. I know.
Yes.
Jumping into LeBron because LeBron is all over our board today. I know LeBron may have lost a lot of money in those. There might have been a lot of shoe companies.
It's a lot of
because
people
they lost
a
a lot of money.
They took
period.
Hits. They took
and I know they didn't
the
lose it solely just to the NBA alone. It was maybe a little bit of assets over here, a little bit of assets over here. Oh, these basketball shoes over here. With
everything
this
that got
team.
ties to the NBA. Pretty much.
Yeah. This brand, I mean, that team. So LeBron, he was in the news all the past 2 weeks, all over the holidays, everything. I would like to say, hope everybody had a happy holidays, and would it be a happy New Year, right?
It'll be a jumping into a new year. Happy New Year.
So jumping back into LeBron, the first news I saw was Kevin Garnett was didn't really say we won't say he had smoke for him. It was just speaking his mind.
He got a little spicy.
He said that we broke LeBron and made him run to Miami.
He got a little spicy.
He got a little spicy, but it's KG.
You expect that out of KG.
Known to get,
you expect that out of KG. I wouldn't expect
spice
less.
when he sees it.
I wouldn't necessarily
certified spice.
I wouldn't necessarily say broke.
I wouldn't say broke. But
I'm on board with saying that. Let me go ahead and tell you why I'm on board with saying that.
I wouldn't necessarily.
I watched the way LeBron, the defeated look on LeBron's face when he walked out that gym in Boston. Was it Game 6 when they beat him? When they beat him and he snatched that jersey off and threw it. I said he won't be now. I know he proved me wrong later on. Ended up bringing Cleveland the championship, but I knew he was out of Cleveland at that given moment. It was a done deal. Where he was going, I did not know. We all know the move, the decision. However, LeBron was going through a lot more than what people realize. The whole Delonte West situation with his mom, Delonte West, that was weighing on him. Found out during that time, and
then you got to go play playoff games. You got to dunk on people.
Wait on the world watching
do it yourself.
and on your shoulders because you are carrying this team. It's not like you got a whole legitimate squad that you play with later on in the later years. You don't have a Bosh. You don't have a D-Wade. You know what I mean? But by the same token, you're carrying this team. The world is definitely watching you with a fine microscope. And you were created almost in a form to where you can't fail. So it was really, really magnified to see him get beat and to see all this happen. And I get where KG is saying we broke him because we haven't seen LeBron in that state since.
Exactly. And I agree with him that they broke him. I don't agree with the backlash that everybody's saying, oh, well, no, he didn't break him.
I don't think
they broke KG when he ran to Boston, blah, blah, blah.
But if you think about this, I don't necessarily think they broke him. I think exactly what he said. With everything he had going on off the court
himself.
And with on top of
life,
you really wanting to win this and then losing, that everything all together as a whole broke him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Snowball.
And everything Garnett and the Boston Celtics didn't help.
And that ugliness peaked at the perfect time for LeBron to fail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to take advantage of a hobble and weaken LeBron
that was the
mentally,
perfect time.
That was the perfect time
because he was still young.
To put the nail in the coffin.
He was still young. He still had that.
Yeah.
he hadn't really accomplished nothing. He had got them to the finals. He had got the team to the finals, but they got swept.
He was strong,
once you get swept in the finals, you feel like you didn't really accomplish anything.
Exactly.
Right. Like, we got to the finals, but it doesn't really even matter.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because we got swept
in the manner, in the manner
mean
that
San Antonio
happened.
Team, nonetheless. But
because
like y'all said, that's a great time to break him.
In the manner that it happened, he really did not show up to 2, 4, and 6. That's 3 games, that you would have needed to have won.
Yeah.
At least one of them to extend the series. However, didn't happen. What was it, 4-2 series? Got them on up out of there.
And then the next thing I saw about LeBron was
he's been a goat ever since, though.
Woke the beast up ever since.
That is true. That is true.
You broke him. No, you pushed him off the boat, but he swam back and got stronger, and now he's taking.
So what happened? You didn't break him. You just wounded him. You hurt him a little bit.
You woke him.
That's it.
You woke him.
So the other thing I saw about LeBron in the news was this whole debacle with Kyle Kuzma.
Yes.
And Kyle Kuzma's trainer. That's what I'll say. Kyle Kuzma's trainer. But Kyle Kuzma is at fault here. You don't tweet that. You don't tweet. For the people who don't know, he tweeted. Well, let's put the whole backstory. Kyle Kuzma's trainer was posting on Instagram after the Laker-Clipper game. It was a Laker-Clipper game, right?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. The Christmas game.
Yeah, he said, watch the film.
But I know he was talking about the very first game also because the emphasis on Kawhi was implemented in his statements.
Yes. And Kawhi didn't really play too well Christmas.
No.
He played well the first game.
He played decent.
Yeah.
He didn't play
as
play
well
like
as he did the first game. Yes. And so Kyle Kuzma's trainer was putting on his Instagram stories, watch the film, you'll see where I'm paraphrasing, but in a sense, LeBron is being lazy on defense. He's getting beat. Things to that effect. And Kyle
pointing
Kuzma,
out where LeBron doesn't want smoke with
Kawhi. Yeah.
He's not trying to guard him. He's not trying to slow him. When he does end up matched up against him, he's looking so unmatched.
Yeah, not playing defense.
Yeah, like
very
LeBron's
LeBron slander stuff to the fullest extent. And Kyle Kuzma tweeted, "Call a spade a spade." Okay.
Kyle Kuzma, hold on, I'd have to. Kyle
That's
Kuzma
where my problem comes in.
Tweets, "Call a spade," and then he turns around and deletes it.
Yep. As if the however many million followers, however many 100,000 followers you already have, who just refreshed their Twitter page, and you were the first tweet that popped up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
none the least the people who have your post notifications turned on, who get the post to pop up on their phone, who don't even have to open their Twitter account to see what you just posted.
You know? You feel me?
And let alone when they do and find out where everything stems from, now you're in the trade talks, bud. Sorry, Kyle Kuzma. I'm not here for that.
I
rode with you. I didn't want him to trade you. Now, in hindsight, I wish we would have kept BI.
I rock with you, Kyle, man. Listen, buddy. I like your game. However, that's in-house business, and you knew it was gonna get messy. That's a key word right there that I don't deal with. That's a bad word, and you just associated yourself with it. The word messy. That tweet behind, and then you turn around and you try to clean up your mess. You don't step out in the dog poop and then track it into the house. Okay?
What's always bad is when you end up letting people in the public know that it's some kind of problem somewhere within the organization. You never want outsiders to know that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Do that.
You never do that.
Take a tip from Kyrie. He wanted to be traded from Cleveland while they're making their playoff run. They end up winning the championship. Or they lost. They lost, right? And then he left. But you didn't know he wanted to leave until the playoffs were over. It was summertime.
And when a person doesn't comment on any of that mess, you leaves your mind to wonder. So you can't sit up here and accuse him of doing anything. He played his game. He did what he was supposed to. Kyle, you should have listened.
You should have.
I mean, come on now, buddy. You're good. You're not on
LeBron.
that level to and I feel you where you're getting a little little ground under your feet. You're playing with
little
this
hair on your chest.
Little hair on your chest. You're playing with this amazing squad that's
a few
been
zeros
put together.
in your bank account. You know, zeros in your bank account will make you a tough pass.
Stay focused. That's messy, bud. Stay focused on the task at hand. You got an amazing opportunity to do something very great. Take advantage of it and leave the BS alone.
To be honest, I just want to take this time to say I feel like social media is just really killing sports players. Period.
Oh yeah.
Like, no matter what you play, any sport it is, it's just all these tweets and all this
I mean,
Instagram
you see the whole
and
J.R.
all this
Smith
stuff.
cheating
You know what I mean?
going on.
Like it's
We
like
won't get into that,
over half of the problem is they can't keep their freaking hands off the phone and tapping on social media. They go on social media and say these crazy old things, talk about
or they have the burner account.
I don't need to know every player's thought.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like if you already know, if you're a public figure, you should not go to your social media to vent. That is not the place to vent.
That is not the place to vent.
Unless you're using your platform.
Unless
you're using your platform. Because there's people like a LeBron James. Well, hold on. Let me say this. You have the media at bay. You are Kyle Kuzma. You talk to the media after every single game in the locker room. Why do you need to tweet? Why do you need to do all this if it's not about your family? If it's not a song that you love? If you're not shouting out your favorite rapper or your best friend on his birthday or something? Exactly. You talk to the media every day. You can voice your concerns to them because they're going to pick it up. It's going to run all over ESPN. It's going to run all over the assist. And in the same way your tweet is. But you're voicing this one, so I mean I would respect that more.
You should have pulled your trainer aside and say, man, you need to hush it up. Don't mess this up for me. Okay, you know how it go.
Really?
LeBron to get you switched up real quick. Don't mess this up for me. I'm pretty sure he used a few he should have used a few choice words. This just me, okay? I would have been like, hey man, listen, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that now.
You're gonna mess some stuff up.
And honestly, I don't know if he really noticed or not, but really he's just like a little small percentage of a bigger percentage.
He's
really.
A plant in a pond.
Pretty much.
But speaking of the Lakers, speaking of LeBron and Kuz, they played last night. They played Luka and the Mavs. They won 108-95.
Nice.
And happy birthday. That was a good birthday.
LeBron James had a good birthday game. 13 points, 13 assists, I want to say.
Job,
he moved
LeBron.
to ninth on the all-time assist leaders. So
I'm not gonna lie,
he's catching Luka, Coach Kidd.
But that's you know.
And speaking of Luka, he had an all-right game. Not one of his best games. 19 points. But he signed with Jordan.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a move. That was a power move.
That's a big deal.
I can honestly say I've seen that coming though, because everybody was doing the comparisons and everything.
Either
I seen it coming.
Him or Nike.
Well, Trae Young went in with Adidas very quick and off the muscle.
Yeah.
Luka kind of played it out. Had a whole season to do his thing, put a little resume together as far as being a professional in this league.
Plus wearing shoes. He wore a lot of different kicks. He would wear some old KDs, some old Kobe's, some Jordans. He was switching it up a lot.
Now they gonna get him some Matadors, huh?
Yeah, he's gonna be in some. He's gonna be in some nice J's.
And I appreciate him turning around and giving what I consider to be the GOAT.
Kobe Bryant.
Turned around and he questioned who's speaking his language of Slovenian, and it was Kobe back there. He turned around and shook his hand.
Isn't that fantastic?
I just think that's so dope right there. That's
Kobe Bryant
cool
knows Slovenia.
He knows so many different languages. He
was probably like,
knows them well.
Luka Doncic is the best young player, and he knows Slovenia, so I need to learn Slovenian. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to show him that I did it.
And I'm going to talk to him.
And I'm going to talk to him.
In front of everybody.
Yeah.
I want y'all to see this.
He did that.
I wonder what he told him.
I
wonder what he uttered to him in Slovak.
I wish I knew.
Slovich or whatever. I don't know.
So Luka, get at us. Let us know what he said to you, bud. Kobe, if you want to stand up for that one, you can call in and let us know what was said also.
I would love to see Luka at the Mamba facilities this summer. That'll be really scary.
I believe that's going to happen. I think he's going to rub elbows with some of the stars, with some of the
I think this was
rappers,
just the start of Luka and Kobe. I think Kobe he lit the match. He said, all right.
Honestly, I think that'd be so awesome because if Luka get just a little bit of style to him and just a little bit of just
it's
like
gonna happen.
What he more than
I don't know what the
has,
word is, but like his like the
finesse,
the way, yeah, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like
Little,
just you know what I'm saying, because the way he plays just kind of like just
he's
like
so buttery smooth right now. You put a little dog in him.
Yeah,
Not that he doesn't have that. But
he just
that
really
Kobe,
simple
that
with the way he do everything.
in
He kind of remind me of like an unsmooth Dirk.
It's
you know what I
funny.
mean? Like Dirk could go in and give you the points. He could shoot the threes and all that, but it ain't always gonna look
so
the
pretty.
best. You know what I mean?
He's gonna be off balance. He's gonna.
Yeah.
How did he get that in there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I
Funny
mean?
you said a little bit of dog in him. He got into a little spicy the other night against the Warriors. You know, and he ended up getting shoved to the ground, but he jumped up and let him know that.
I did see that. With,
taking no mess.
I think that happened against Marquise
Chris.
I think,
Yeah.
Marquise Chris, something like that. I know exactly.
But speaking of Luka going with Kobe, this person went with Kobe, and we're seeing his development a lot this past couple weeks.
Whew.
Giannis
Whew.
Antetokounmpo. This man
love Giannis.
already in 32 games has passed the most threes he's hit. He hit the most threes he's ever hit last season. I want to say he hit 52 threes last season. In 32 games in this season so far, he's already passed that.
Nice.
That's improvement.
I'm glad he's
That's
getting
hard
the confidence.
Yeah.
That's confidence. That's exactly what that
I'm
is
glad he's
because
getting
that's
the
part of it.
confidence to shoot that. His shot is not a pretty shot. And I think that's what held him back. That's why he was so focused and determined to go to the hole.
But honestly, you've been seeing him in a lot of highlights where he's been stepping up and going for these threes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
he built that
If y'all
confidence.
I don't know if y'all been watching a lot of his games. He's been missing a lot of them, but you can tell he's been attacking that 3-point line.
Yeah.
way more. Like
He's being
the
left
coach
open.
That
must
little
be
1-2
the
step
coach must be
into
telling
his
him
shot.
to attack because he's just going for those threes like. And no matter if he misses or
As
not,
if he's like a very good 3-point shooter. Which
Exactly.
he's not the best. He's
Exactly.
currently improving.
exactly. It kind of made me feel like it was like when they was telling AD, you got to take a certain amount of shots a game, and you have to, you know what I'm saying, try to evolve your shot game and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Kind of like right around that alley.
Here's my deal with his
I would
his
say
shot.
Anthony Davis is a better 3-point shooter than Giannis.
Here's my deal
Oh, yeah.
with his shot.
I would say that
and
for
him
sure.
being as long as he is. He shoots. Was he a 7-footer? Would say
I
something
would
like
say
that.
6'11",
between
7
6,
foot.
6 something and almost 7 foot.
With those arms stretched
With
out,
the-
he's 7 foot. He's probably
my
8
point
foot.
exactly. That's my point exactly. Okay, a lot of shooters. He's shooting his ball right around like the 6'10", 6'9" mark. He shoots it almost even with his face. It's a weird jump shot. Yeah, he's in. I mean, these coaches are telling him to shoot it because when you drive, and the best way to defend the drive is to go. If I know you coming straight into the lane, I'm gonna go ahead and be 2 steps ahead of you, try to meet you there. So I'm gonna give a little cushion, play off you because I know you're not trying to burn me off this 3-point line. But now you're getting the green light to shoot it, and you're starting to shoot it and getting the confidence. But somebody really needs to work with that jumper and get that jumper higher.
Yeah. Once it gets like a
up
Durant.
in the air. Yeah, get it on up in the air instead of coming off flat. Because once you play these teams with length,
And the Bucks are one of them.
the Bucks are one of them. But once you play this team,
Bucks are
with
one of the longest teams in the league.
with length. LA,
LA's a big team.
LA.
both LA teams got a little length.
Philly
as
too.
far as the
Philly's
way
got length.
Philly's got length, the way they defend, that's going to be problems.
Yeah,
you know,
it will.
But nonetheless, shout out to
2025, if Giannis will have that Durant shot where it's a little bit higher and he's going to be pulling threes.
I
promise.
just know how I would attack him.
On a pull-up transition.
I know how I would attack him. If I was worried about his 3-pointer, I would go ahead and press up on him and make sure he's going to put that ball on the ground. Mm-hmm. When he catches it, if his bias hit, he'll never get that ball.
I don't think Kawhi.
higher than that.
I think this Giannis. I think the Raptors series was an eye opener for Giannis. How Kawhi shut him down.
Yeah, they exposed him for sure.
They exposed him that series. I think it was an eye opener, and I think what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So you know what I mean. He came back with a jumper.
Yep.
All right,
I
still feel like
y'all
it's a
say
couple
all I
more
can do is
things.
dunk, and y'all shut down the paint. I can step out here now. I
still,
can make my living out here.
I still feel like he still needs some work on,
Oh,
on
yeah, he
gelling
does,
and pulling
he
it all
does,
together. I know they're
But by the
leading
end
out.
of the year, it will be a solid, reliable shot.
See, I know they're
I
leading
wouldn't
out
say
the season
by
now.
the end of the year because
I'm not talking about his 3-point game. I'm just talking about a nice little pull-up mid-range 18-footer.
I wouldn't even say mid
20.
range. I think his 3-point shooting ability is better than his mid range. You see him at the free throw line; it's horrible sometimes. He still airballs.
Oh yeah, well,
That's
different.
kind of my point. I mean,
that's a whole
kinda
other
what I'm
science that
pointing
somehow
to.
people have not figured out. I have no idea
don't know.
how anybody is in the
'Cause if
NBA and can't make a free throw.
I don't know.
You're getting paid $12 million, $1 million, $500,000,
Whatever it
$30 million
is.
a year, and you can't make a free throw.
It's ridiculous.
But Jimmy at the
ridiculous.
parking like 20 for 20.
Yeah, a little old man at the YMCA won't miss a granny hook, granny shot, whatever it is. There's a little bit of trade rumors going on. Sources are saying that Karl Anthony Towns is unhappy in Minnesota. Jimmy tried to tell you, Kat. And they're looking at sending him over to the Warriors for some exchanges. I'm thinking maybe D'Lo. They might ship D'Lo out of there. D'Lo might end up in Minnesota. That's just my thoughts. I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
I know they toyed with the idea. He was.
I definitely can tell you it wouldn't just be just him alone. I think they would do multiple trades for that one.
Yeah.
There'd have to be multiple
Couple
people
picks.
for sure. The Warriors look horrible right now. They got they still have a lot of things that they could, a lot of like people that they could get rid of.
They do.
But definitely, I could tell you for sure, Clay, Steph, and
Draymond.
That's the main three. They're gonna build a team around them.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Next year, they're going to be Warriors are going to be a contender again next year.
Oh, the Brooklyn Nets as well.
Oh, yes. Jumping into football, Antonio Brown was back in the news. Love us some Antonio Brown up here at the Assist.
Mr. Dollar Man.
Mr. Dollar Man. All about the Benjamins.
All about the Benjamins.
He had a workout with the Saints, and the Saints said he was fantastic.
Whoa.
That they loved him and that they want him. People said going into it, realistically, he won't play. He won't get signed. This is just a workout to. I was thinking it's just a workout to shut him up. I'm guessing, or that's what I'm guessing, and that's what they were guessing too. The sports analysts on the major outlets or whatever, they all figured, oh, they're not gonna sign him. They're not gonna do this. They're not gonna do nothing. Boom! He shows his rear off. And now they want him, I guess. You know, he's still going through his allegations.
He has undeniable talent.
Or
like
whatever.
we already know he has talent.
Imagine him and Michael Thomas.
Doubt, for sure.
And Drew Brees.
My deal is, will he get to play any this season? Because if so, taking him into the playoffs, that's almost like a cheat code.
Yeah. Adam Scheffner said that it's realistically that he won't get to play in the playoffs. Or he won't be there yet. He won't be available in the playoffs. Let me say that.
Yeah, even if he make it on the team.
Yeah.
I doubt that they will let him play too, just because it's so much. The season has gone so far. You know what I mean? Like it's so much that happened. Like adding him to the roster is almost kind of like you said, it's like a cheat code.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, and you definitely can quote me or correct me if I'm wrong. Don't they still have Dez Bryant over there? Last I heard, Dez Bryant went to the Saints and got injured.
I want to say he's over there injured.
And just hadn't played since the injury.
I want to say he is.
So
that's a receiving corps. Yep, New Orleans Saints.
That is a receiving corps.
To the fullest extent.
That can do some things. I think that would keep Breeze around for easily another 4 years.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you see what Tom's doing.
Man, I totally forgot about Dez Bryant over there. That's insane.
Me too. Speaking of people who came back, cheat codes, beast mode.
Beast mode?
Marshawn Lynch, ladies and gentlemen.
Bum, 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 bum.
Had 1 touchdown. He had 12 carries, 37 yards.
Now, see,
just getting his feet back, getting his feet wet.
I have a problem with that.
He didn't get enough touches.
I have a problem with that.
We had a complete, what was it, a Super Bowl what? Or was it to go to the Super Bowl when...
No, it was Super Bowl.
It was a Super Bowl when he threw the pick.
When you're supposed to hand the ball off to him.
To the best running back in the league at the time.
You run up to you get the first down, but inside the 2-yard line.
Inside the 1.
Inside the 1-yard line, and you spike the ball.
Missed the touchdown by inches.
You get a delay of game called against you. Backed up 5 yards.
Sure did. Blew the whole game, and you have Marshawn Lynch on the sideline, and you don't put him back in the game.
Like, he can't get you this little 5.5 yards.
Yeah. The Seahawks they're not a good red zone team, I guess.
All throughout the game, I mean, you could have sold the whole deception of we about to pound you with Marshawn Lynch. Play action over the top. Play action over the top. Oh no, we don't have.
Maybe Russell Wilson is a coach's quarterback. It won't go out there and this is what coach said. Maybe he's one of those quarterbacks or something. Because Seattle clearly has problems with this.
I'm shaking my head.
Not enough touches, if you ask me.
Not enough touches. The bad game playing with, and I know you just picked him up, but you can't act like you ain't never had Marshawn Lynch. You can't act like people did not know what it was expected. You can't act like he's not in
season form.
So
I said he was getting his feet wet, but his feet were probably a little bit wet going in.
I think he was a lot more prepared than what the coach or the offensive coordinator figured. Because, I mean, whoever between head coach and OC was making those calls and sending them on in, they need to slap themselves.
Yes, they do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the assist. This has been our time. We're going to get up out of here, and we'll be back on the next episode. I don't want to say next week, just next episode. And we'll be back, so tune in. And we're signing out. I'm your host, Noah. And I'm here with Jay, the Houston sports expert, and Coach G, the all-around sports coach expert. We got to work on that one, but we're getting out of here. This is the assist, and we're signing out.